Number of migrants stopped at the southern border could reach 1 million this year. U.S. border authorities are predicting the number of could reach as high as 1 million by the end of the year, potentially doubling last year's level, federal officials told ABC News on Tuesday. The estimate, which includes illegal crossings and people arriving at ports of entry, comes as administration officials say they have limited options when it comes to deterring families traveling with children. The influx has got Nielsen met with government officials from Mexico Tuesday and was planning a trip to Honduras to meet with foreign leaders there this week. Kevin McAleenan, head of the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, canceled his testimony before Congress on Wednesday to travel to the Texas-Mexico border, a congressional staffer said. Federal officials told ABC News they predict there will be some 95,000 attempted crossings in March and possibly 100,000 in April. That would put the officials spoke on condition of anonymity because the numbers have not been publicly released. The 1 million estimate reflects a complex humanitarian crisis at the border and political headache for President Donald Trump, who staked his candidacy on curbing migration to the U.S. But it wouldn't be a record high. In 2000, the U.S. apprehended trying to cross illegally between ports. That figure, still, officials say the arrivals are no longer men from Mexico looking for work, but rather families fleeing poverty and violence in Central America. That complicates how the influx raises questions about whether the administration may have inadvertently encouraged migrants to travel to the U.S. after Trump backtracked on his zero-tolerance policy amid public backlash. That policy since then, administration officials have spoken at length publicly on the limited options the U.S. has to detain migrants who arrive with their children. Last week, U.S. Customs and Border Protection said it planned to start releasing some families apprehended near the border in South Texas as detention centers fill to capacity. Some of the families
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.